Today in court,
but never
behavior, and because it happened in front of the children, the two will have to register as sex offenders. 40-year-old Jose Caballero and 20-year-old Elisa Alvarez claim they were only cuddling and wrestling a little bit.
A new study tonight reveals Americans' attitudes about sex have changed over the past 4 decades. Surveys of more than 33,000 adults taken between 1972 and 2012 show acceptance of premarital sex is at an all-time high. Approval rose from 42% in the year 2000 to 58% in 2012. Millennials born in the 80s and 90s are more accepting of premarital sex than their parents born in the 60s. But the average millennial has had fewer sexual partners than their baby boomer parents.
What about premarital wrestling? Is that... If you like Super Bowl Central earlier this year and
was barred from boarding his flight to L.A. on Sunday and even had to be escorted out by police due to his jittery behavior. Cops say Catan told them he took an Ambien earlier in the day and it hadn't worn off. Just last year, Catan was given 3 years probation for slamming his Mercedes into a parked car while under the influence of the sleep aid.
UFO hunters and believers converging on Tucson, and they want you to know if you've seen unidentified objects, you're not alone.
Members of Tucson's Mutual UFO Network coming together. Julio Barrier travels the planet and came to Tucson to show the strobing lights and alignments of saucers he's seen follow him to watch and warn.
They're trying to tell us that maybe we can't live on this planet because our natural resources are used up, or they could be extraterrestrials that don't like us.
From science professionals to business owners, everybody in the group has had some kind of experience with UFOs, and they believe it's time for the government to come clean about what they know.
Nearly 20 years later, it's the mystery in the skies that people point to as proof of UFOs, and now a Hollywood movie's being made about the Phoenix Lights. The first trailer just released. The film will be called The Phoenix Incident. It takes a new angle centering around 4 actual missing persons cases tied to that very same night and explores what role, if any, the military played. The release date is still up in the air, but is expected sometime this year. The director is the same person behind several blockbuster video games, including Call of Duty. Rain, cooler temperatures, no need to complain out there, right?
Not exactly. ABC 15's Stephanie Hockridge found a reason you might relate to tonight. And Stephanie, you're on cockroach patrol.
Oh yes, Steve and Katie, I drew the short stick on today's assignment. We're talking all things cockroaches with Adam Seaver from Bulwark Pest Control. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
But you can keep your friends very far away.
Right.
So you actually collected these guys in just the past 15, 20 minutes. I mean, that's how bad things are.
Yeah.
And why is it? I mean, why do the cockroaches come out when it rains?
Hey, but what if you could turn your eyes blue forever? That's the idea behind the stroma laser.
They breed a lot. They'll dump into your yards, and then eventually the heat drives them into your home.
So if they do get inside your home, are there any particular places they like to go? I hear that they like recycling bins randomly.
Well, they like, I mean, anywhere there's, you know, the kind of things that cockroaches would love to eat, right?
Okay.
But even if you're a very clean person, they're going to go to any moisture that they can find.
So bathrooms.
So bathrooms, laundry room, places like that.
Gotcha, makes sense. And they actually get pretty big. I mean, some of these guys are small, but they can get, what, how big?
Yeah, they can live up to 1.5 years.
Okay.
So these are youngins, but they can get up to 2 inches long.
But they can still get into your house, within a 1/16 of an inch.
1/16 inch. So like the width of a credit card.
Jeez.
They can fit in. Yeah.
So weatherproofing your home doesn't necessarily work then?
Unless you have a great handyman, it's not going to work for you.
So what do you do? I mean, how do you keep them out of your house? No one likes to see those guys inside.
So you really got to get a barrier around the outside.
Elevated if there were a problem, and we don't get any, so it's just
It's Steve and Katie. Adam asked if we wanted to go cockroach hunting within the patio here at ABC 15. I said, no, that's fine. These guys are just good. Yes, sufficient staying in the glass here. Back to you.
Yeah, tell them we're busy. Yeah, exactly. Suddenly, really
For
busy.
days, Stephanie's going to be going like this, just imagining things. Yeah, you just know it.
Yeah, it's a bad equation. The heat drives them in and then drives them into the bathroom where you're changing. I mean, Yeah, come on. Ooh, scary.
Let your imagination run
I know.
wild.
Exactly. All right, well, let's take a look at the time lapse today. Listen, we had a mostly cloudy morning, partly cloudy.
Inside the Kardashian-Jenner household, all of this since Bruce Jenner's announcement that he's transitioning into a woman. It's a clip from the upcoming Keeping Up with the Kardashians special and shows the bond that's developed between Jenner and Kim Kardashian.
Your feet are actually way more feminine than I ever would have imagined.
Thank you.
I am impressed.
Yeah, no, actually, they come out pretty good. And I do it all myself.
California, and this thing is going to intensify quite a bit through the end of the week. So you see it digging down there. Now,
entretenimiento.
Y también nos dice cómo usted allá en casita podría ganarse una tarjeta con valor de $100. Así que ponga atención. Cuéntanos, Jorge.
Así es,
Se le cierran puertas, pero busca otra. Su próxima esperanza está en el buzón de correo, en espera de la información que necesita para poder seguir luchando contra el cáncer. Cuando o si Cecilia recibe el nombre del estudio que necesita, podrá dar paso a sus tratamientos. Asegura le costará muchas lágrimas y sudor, pero todo vale la pena por su salud y sus hijos. Esta es la información que tengo desde Tucson. Soy Carla Gómez Escamilla. Regresamos al estudio.
Claro que sí, Carla.
With 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
It's not work. You don't even think of it that way. It's just
I'm just glad that they've been supportive and encouraging.
staying humble, grabbing knees, stuff like that.
Winds are calm and across